a tweet from Caroline Fremke. Between Orange is the New Black and watching her shine in Much Ado About Nothing, even in torrential rain, today is a great day to stand Danielle Brooks. What a colossal talent, and I gotta agree. Y'all, I'm so excited to be joined now by Danielle Brooks herself. How are you?
I'm good.
First of all, we're gonna get to this beautiful news in a minute. I want to jump right into the show.
Okay.
The final season of Orange is the New Black, which I'm still not coming to terms with it yet.
I know.
When you look back on these last 7 seasons, what's the biggest lesson you're going to take away from this show?
I think the biggest lesson is a personal one, which is I am all that I need. I truly am enough. And I think coming into this business, I had just graduated college, and you're thinking like, how do I do my hair? How do, do my look? What is my signature look? And where do I fit in Hollywood? And now I've realized I can be me. I ain't got to change for nobody. And that has been the biggest lesson, that there's a place for me.
Absolutely. So what was that last day on set like? What were the emotions like? How were you guys feeling?
The last day was crazy. I was actually the last person to shoot.
Oh, wow.
And it was a solo shot. I didn't even have a castmate to share it with. It was kind of sad. But all of the writers, Gingy was there, the producers, everyone came back. But we actually did that day, we did a group photo, and it was with the crew and the cast. And it was a few hundred people. And I wrote a song called Seasons for the cast. Yeah. And I tried to find a way to incorporate as many girls' names in that song and tell a story and kind of have inside jokes and things placed in the song. And I got to sing it to everybody, and it was a pool of tears. That really was a lake full of tears.
That's beautiful. I love that your character has really seen her grow throughout these past 7 seasons. We met Tasty as this fun, lively, comedic relief character. I'll never forget that iconic scene with Poussey. Y'all just laughing. I could not stop laughing at that scene. But we've seen your character grow and develop. She's been through a lot of trauma these past few seasons. So when you look back on your character development, what do you want people to take away from Tasty, and what do you want her legacy to be?
That in the midst of any storm, however great it is, there is still hope. That's what I would hope people take away from Tasty. And you're right, she's been through so much trauma, and it's crazy to see somebody that started out with such a lighthearted spirit be taken on this terrain and go through so much. And even season 7, it's I didn't even think they could go any further than what they did, and they did. But you see that she just had faith the size of a mustard seed, and it carried her through. And I always think now, after watching Ava DuVernay's new TV series on Netflix as well, I think about the Exonerated 5 and how they kept that faith. And so I just see so many parallels with her and so many people that are actually going through it.
Oh, absolutely. Speaking like shows like When They See Us, Orange is the New Black really put Netflix on the map. The reason why I got a Netflix account was to watch Orange is the New Black in 2013, okay? It's really one of the only platforms that's doing a really great job of making a point to tell diverse stories. So when you look at Netflix, how does that affect you as an actor, and does it affect the way that you approach future projects?
It does, and it did from the beginning, because we didn't know what we were stepping into when we first started. Netflix was looked at as a web series. It didn't have that great a viewership. I almost was like, I don't know if I want to do this. Like, I really had a choice because I had to pay some bills. But it had opened my eyes to, when you're allowed creative freedom. And I think that's what Netflix has given, from creators to producers to it trickles down to the actors, the crew. When you're given that permission to tell the story that you haven't seen, and there's no way of losing, like everybody wins. And it's been cool to be a part of that journey. It's been cool. I always, as young as I am, I say I'm an OG of Netflix,
Okay.
It's really cool yes.
For sure. And the show, the past 7 years, 7 seasons, how has the show shaped your opinion of the American prison and justice system? Because you guys really put it front and center, let us know, behind the scenes, what's going on. So how has it shaped your viewpoint?
I think it's shown me it reminded me of the importance of artistry. It reminds me of the importance of what we do and how far that can move and shake our world. And I think that's what I have enjoyed about being in this show. I feel like not only in the prison industry, but all of these other very important topics like ICE, like LGBT, sizeism, to whatever it is, ageism, we've been able to hit on all of it and been able to use our voices as activists.
Yes.
And it's also cool because the show, we're doing some really cool stuff in that arena to show that, like, yeah, this goes way beyond, getting those numbers and all this viewership. It goes way beyond that.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to be a part of a show that is doing that. But I don't want to spoil what they about to do.
I mean, yes, I know y'all do a great job of really making sure that narrative is really at front and center. And speaking of important stories and narratives and making sure important issues are front and center, you recently tweeted during the Democratic presidential debate, "Ooh, we might have our first female president. Go ahead, Kamala Harris.
Yes.
Keep coming strong. We'll carry you to the top." So why do you think she is right for the job and could be a good presidential candidate?
I've just enjoyed watching her in the debates, and I'm really trying to pay attention to what she's talking about, but I enjoy the focus of the mission, and that's what I'm seeing with her. It's like a lot of but like, let's get down to business, and she's unafraid to call people out. And but look, there's a lot more work to be done, and I think it's really seen through action. But we've seen it. We've seen her show up at the borders and going into these where they're housing these children, with immigration and stuff like that. I've been watching her, and I think she's doing the right steps. But I'm gonna keep my eye on her. But I think I might be on the Harris team.
Well, look into the future. You are expecting. Congratulations. When I saw your Instagram post, I said, yes, put the check at the same time. I love it. Who was the first person you told?
Oh my gosh, the first person I told was probably my best friend, Tisha. I called her first, and then I told my partner, and he kind of didn't believe me, and I was like, but I'm telling you, player. And so I think it was my best friend was the first person I told, but it took me, I did Much to Do About Nothing in the park, Shakespeare in the Park, and I did that for the 3 months pregnant and didn't say anything. And didn't announce until the 5th month. So that was really hard to try to cover up all of the symptoms of being tired and my feet swelling and my costume needing to be taken out.
Yeah. Have you got any parenting advice from anyone so far?
I've gotten too many parenting advice. It's like everybody want to tell you their experience, which I appreciate, but you have to take what you need and leave the rest for sure.
Absolutely. So I'm going to read off a few parenting milestone questions.
Okay.
And so I'm going to read off a few, so I want you to tell me which of your Orange is the New Black cast members would you trust with these responsibilities?
Oh, Lord.
Okay? I want you to tell me which cast member you trust, all right?
Okay.
All right. First one. Who would you trust to babysit during your first night out?
Laura Prepon. She has a baby. I would trust her.
Okay. Awesome. I love that one. All right. Second one. Who would tell the best bedtime story?
Oh, I kind of feel like Samira would. I feel like Samira Wiley would tell a good story.
I see that. I see her doing a little spin on it.
Yeah, I think she would.
Sure. All right, next one. Who would you want to teach your kid how to drive?
To teach my kid how to drive? Maybe I would love to envision Adrienne Moore teaching my kid how to drive. I think that would be kind of funny.
That would be hilarious. I didn't see that. All right. Who would be the best person to give your child the talk?
Definitely Natasha Leone. I think that, or Dasha.
What do you think they'd say?
Dasha would keep it real, honey. She'd be like, this go in that, and then she would just keep it 100. Birth control.
Okay.
Yeah, she would keep it 100.
I love it. All right, next one. Who would be the best dance teacher?
The best dance teacher? Laverne Cox. Oh, for sure. She had my child pirouetting and everything.
Yes. Okay. Just
singing opera and everything.
You come home, baby, doing a whole
Yes, Beyonce out. For sure.
I literally, like, it's gonna come. All right. Last one. Who would you want to chaperone their first party?
These are fun questions.
Yay.
I would want Uzo to chaperone because I think she would let the children have a good time, but she also be making sure they ain't making babies.
Okay, Danielle, congratulations on your beautiful bundle of joy. Congratulations on 7 amazing seasons. You did that. You did what needed to be done. So happy for you.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. The final season of Orange is the New Black will be ready for your binging pleasure on July 26th. More AM to DM is up next.